It's hot in here. Oh, I don't want to do this. Oh my god, it's hot in here. Ah! G'day, folks. Today I'm doing Avengers Doomsday. Now I got a prediction. It's going to suck. It's probably going to suck. So, that's not what you want to hear. It's not what really any of the influencers or the comic book fans are saying. It's not what the movie fans are saying. But it's a safe bet. If we take a step back here and we look at the objective reality of how big budget, massive franchise movies are doing now, they're not good. They're not good when they have to be safe bets. Which big movies like this have to be safe bets now because of the ludicrous budget. It just has to rake in the widest possible audience. So let's dive into why I'm saying these things that you don't want to hear. So Marvel's Avengers Doomsday is set to release December of 2026, and it's, from what I've read, got a ludicrous budget of $1 billion. I've read numbers higher than that, but I'm just going to say $1 billion because that is what's circulating, and that's insane. If that's true, that is ludicrous. I don't even know if that includes marketing. It probably it should. But with such a big project like this, it has to be a safe bet. It's not art. With that kind of budget, it's not art. It's product. It's content. And it's just going to be designed to sell subscriptions to Disney Plus and toys and a few movie tickets. Honestly, the movie tickets are a pittance. I don't think they're relying on the money for movie tickets here compared to what else they have to gain, which again is subscriptions and toys. So what do I mean by safe bet? Appealing to the widest possible audience to pinch every cent from every person with the slightest amount of interest in this. And so, for starters, it's going to be PG. It has to be PG. And there's not going to be any good action. There's not going to be any good fight scenes, no blood, no gore, no good action stuff. Which superhero movies fall into the category of action sci-fi. The good ones do. And there's the other problem. Sci-fi, a fundamental aspect of sci-fi story writing is that it makes a statement on humanity or society. And it's going to fail to do that because you isolate a sect of society by doing that now. Because you got Western cultures that just profit off of making popular things divisive. And then you got oppressive regimes with massive populations that spend their money on movies and subscriptions that, again, you have to appeal to, and that's not conducive to freedom of speech or creative writing in any way. So you really got your balls in a vice there. It's hot in here. Oh man, it's hot in here. And I mean, the action worked. For a while there, it worked. I mean, I liked the movies up until Endgame. There might have been some good ones after that. I haven't been paying much attention. I've been in and out. I haven't watched any of the shows. I think I tried with some of them. I think there's too much to this. It's referencing every other damn show and movie, and I'm not going down this rabbit hole. And the movies that I have seen, because, I'm bored and there's a cinema within close proximity. Thunderbolts, Oh man, I like the Sentry as a character. And on the books, on the pages, he's good. He's good story material. Thunderbolts was terrible. It was terrible. They failed the Sentry. He should get his own movie. I want to see the Sentry get his own movie, and I want it to be gritty and dark because that's what the Sentry is. That's probably not going to happen. It's probably not. And oh my god, I'm so angry at it. I don't even want to give it a mention. But the Captain America movie with the Red Hulk was terrible. Anyone who's watched it knows it's terrible. That was really just for the under 7-year-olds. Anyone over 7 years old could have told that story was bad. And anyone who's ever picked up a Hulk comic book would know that why is this a Captain America movie? These are Hulk villains. This is supposed to be a Hulk movie. They don't do Hulk movies anymore. They've given up on the Hulk, which was up until Iron Man, he was the second most popular Marvel character below Spider-Man. You had Spider-Man and the Hulk. I mean, 20th century knowledge of comic books, the people who didn't pick up the books and just were exposed to the ads and the things on the TV, the channels, the shows that they flicked through, they knew of Superman and Batman, which was in DC, and then they knew of like the Hulk and Spider-Man because they had their own shows, and those were the icons of Marvel, which they've completely ditched the Hulk, which is infuriating. Anyone who likes the Marvel books too thinks that this is infuriating, that they have just ditched the Hulk. Anyway, I've gone off on a tangent. I'm here to rant about the production problems, not the story arcs and the characters and the books. I'm here to rant with my gripes about the production problems. So, what happened specifically since Endgame? Well, really multiple creatives controlling it, with heavy influence from the suits investing in it since specifically then. And that's because it's blown up in quantity, really. No one person could control all of the different stuff that Marvel's pursuing, and it's crazy. And so this quantity has really overruled quality at this point. And obviously, the VFX, god damn, it is very well known that Marvel's CG has really gone bust in quality. It has had some stinkers. Whoa, we have noticed too. Yeah. No, that's anyone who's been going to the Marvel movies since then and looking at even the shows, there's a noticeable decay in quality since Endgame. I mean, even Endgame had some shoddy CG. The green screens were obvious and it was overused. And this is all because not the VFX department. I'm not blaming the VFX department. I'm blaming the management of the VFX department for deadlines, crazy deadlines, and the VFX department is packed with lots of people pursuing, again, stupid deadlines, with multiple people working on one creative vision, which doesn't really work with art at all. I mean, the more you delude creative vision, the worse it gets. And so the management of all the shows and the movies have these haphazardly intertwining story arcs because of the diluting of creative control. And so, really, it's doomed. Marvel is doomed. Doomsday is doomed. All of the films and shows coming after are doomed. The X-Men are doomed. Fantastic Four. I didn't really like the recent movie of Fantastic Four. I did watch it, though. Wasn't very good. DC is doomed. Star Wars is doomed. And Star Trek is doomed if they're relying on big budget pieces to be safe bets and having really suits looking at these things as products and content and not pieces of art. So, I hope to see good things here and there. I'll give a shout out. I'll give a shout out to the good things. We had Deadpool and Wolverine. That rocked. I liked that. That was very good. Because it was big budget. It had a lot of CGI. Some shoddy, some not so. but it wasn't CG. But it wasn't PG. And so we had really good action scenes out of it. And that was noticeable. It was cool and it was great and it was funny. So I'm not lumping this into action sci-fi like most superhero films. And we didn't get multiverse fatigue from Deadpool and Wolverine because it was action satire. And so it was all just a joke. And that's okay. That works for Deadpool. And I thought it was funny. And so I liked the Deadpool movie. Everyone liked the Deadpool movie. It did very well because it wasn't PG. And it was satire. And satire also thrives when it's not constrained to an audience of children. Let's look at DC for a bit. DC, its animated films for the last 10 years have been banging. Really good. Oh, more than 10 years. Yeah, god dang. The DC animated movies that aren't, pandering to children, they're not PG ones, are so good. They're so good. I love them. I think they've discontinued them. That's tragic. And God knows their live action movies have been a shit show. It has had no creative direction since like Christopher Nolan's Batman. And that was just supposed to be Batman. Nolan wasn't in charge of DC or anything. You didn't have to expand into a whole universe of Justice League characters. He was just focusing on Batman. And it did well. It did phenomenally. I love Nolan's Batman movies. And some of them did better than others. But all in all, I think they were pretty damn good. And then skip to Robert Pattinson's Batman, which was really the next good DC live action movie. Everything in between was pretty spotty and bad. And that has gained a lot of criticism. I know some people that didn't like it. I did like it. I thought it was pretty good. I like Batman. I thought it was gritty. You got to get Batman a bit of grit. And I think they did that. I think it was very well. I also like the Penguin show. I think that's being handled very well. I did watch the Superman movie in 2025. That was... It was okay. It was watchable. The CG was spotty and bad, and they were clearly meeting deadlines that was stupid, and it was very obvious that it was CG. The action scenes were crap. It was light shows. With just throwing around CG, and it wasn't great because it was PG, obviously. It did make a statement. I'll give it that. It did make a statement with the whole war subplot. Superman's all about making right and wrong an issue of black and white morality, which that was done well. I'll give credit to that. And DC isn't fluffing about with trying to integrate all of their characters in multiverse stuff and all that. So they got you got that Batman in his own continuity and the Superman in his own continuity, and they're not trying to mesh it all together. So they're staying in their own lanes with those two things, and I think that's doing very well. I think that's working okay. I'll keep watching DC movies, and I'll hold off on any vitriolic criticism I have towards them. Unlike Marvel, we're here for Marvel's vitriolic criticism. The Boys. Let's give a shout out to The Boys. Let's not forget the best superhero story being done right now, which is The Boys. God dang, it meets all the criteria that I've been moaning about. It's not PG. The action is very violent and very graphic and almost thought out a little bit too well, if you ask me. But no, I love it. It's so good. Its CG is immaculate, so well done, and the story clearly has something to say about society and humanity, the whole power complex statement. The Boys is so well done. I can't wait for season 5. I'm super keen for it. And look, I've been wanting to see an Avengers movie with the Fantastic Four and the X-Men and the whole Marvel, cast all together without any legal faff about who owns what, which has really kind of kept it restrained up until now. But I'm very very critical of how this movie is going to be handled and what exactly is it going to be. So I know they're going to be summing up the whole multiverse thing with the time travel events of earlier films, and Doomsday, Doctor Doom is going to be the character to reveal all that to us, which it was originally Kang, which I understand why Kang is a good character to do that with. But Doom is doing it now, played by Robert Downey Jr. And they've raked in some old directors from the Marvel days of 10 years ago, which are good, the Russo brothers. So I hope it's good. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I'm going to watch it. I'll probably pay for movie tickets to watch it. And I'll make a little short, an update as to whether I was right, whether I was wrong. I'll probably be a little bit biased about it, but we'll see. But how long is this movie going to be? Because they just seem to be raking in cameos. I mean, Doctor Doom's going to go around and reveal this storyline and the wrap up the story arcs between the last Avengers movie and right now, and merge all these universes and characters together. But it has to be so long because they're raking in so many cameos. How much screen time are they going to give all of these expensive actors? It's got to be really long, right? So maybe it's a two-parter. I know they're releasing Secret Wars shortly after. But yeah, no, we'll see how it goes. I hope I'm wrong. I do. I love to see a good movie come out. I love to watch a good Avengers movie. I liked Ultron. I liked Infinity War and Endgame. So we'll see how it goes. That's my 2 cents worth on that. And that is... yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for staying tuned. I don't have a sign-off. That's all I have to say about that. No, that's Forrest Gump. That's not my sign-off. I'll work on my sign-off. Goodbye.